said don't do crystal meth in the bathroom all night long.
That's my opinion!
He will never emotionally fulfill you.
Because I don't want to be a part of it.
Go to sleep! Go to sleep!
Close your legs to married men, trash box.
I'll tell you how I'm doing. Not well, bitch.
Who gonna check me, boo?
All right, I'm coming into this laughing. Welcome to Morally Corrupt, the show here on the Ringer Reality feed. I am Rachel Lindsay. So for the next few months, for the foreseeable future, we're having a little bit of a change up here. So I will still be here. I'll be present doing the show and everything, but I will be joined by a guest. And I'm so honored to have our first guest here who's not a stranger to the show. Not a stranger to the show. And the first time, though, here under this new regime, we will call it none other than Ben Mandelker. Did I get it right this time?
Close. You were close.
Remember I struggled with this last time?
Honestly, everyone does. It's
Mandelker.
Yes. There you go. It's okay. It's all good.
So close. I don't know why it's even hard for me to say. Okay, whatever. It's Ben, and he's back. And we're so happy to have you back from Watch What Crappens. Very successful podcast over there.
Thank you so much for having me back. I loved coming on here the first time, and I'm actually incredibly honored that I'm the first in the new era.
Well, we had to do it big.
Yes. Well, thank you.
And we're ready to go. Because
I feel like a star.
You are a star. And you know why we had to do it big, too? Because I feel like we're in the dog days of Bravo right now, which... Maybe I'm making this up, but we haven't had this in a while. Maybe a few summers ago. But, they've been really good at keeping us at least 3 Housewives shows, one of the other shows on the side. I don't watch Below Deck.
Yeah.
I'm not watching McBee Dynasty, which...
God bless. God bless. Don't watch it. It's terrible.
People are obsessed with it.
It's terrible.
Our own Callie Curry is obsessed.
People, it's you're either obsessed or you hate it. I'm like in the hate camp. I really can't deal with it.
I need to hear.
Yeah, I don't care that they're farmers. It's not a political thing. It's not like, oh, I'm some liberal that I can't watch farmers. It's literally like I just think it's a poorly made show. I think it's like a boring, shitty show.
Okay. So one of the questions I was going to ask you was if somebody new was coming to the Bravo world, where would you tell them to start? Like where we are right now?
Like in terms of what the schedule is right now, what they should be turning on.
So it's clearly not McBee Dynasty.
I'm going to say no, not to McBee probably. I think to me the obvious choice is Real Housewives of Miami, which is so good. I think it's the show to beat for 2025 on Bravo. Believe it or not.
You're
Above the
saying
Valley.
That before we get Salt Lake City
I
next
know.
month.
It's like a challenge. I'm issuing a challenge. Salt Lake City will most likely be able to do it because Salt Lake City is like the undisputed champ of Bravo for the past few years. But Miami is just working on such great levels.
It is.
It needs to be acknowledged and recognized. And I think if you're new to Bravo, like jump in. It's a big, beautiful, colorful show.
Yeah.
They have fun fights. And it's just great. It's funny.
Great characters on the show. Even the addition of Stephanie, whether you love her
great casting.
or dislike her, she's a good housewife for now. I don't know how long she can keep this shtick up. If she comes back next year, she cannot give us the same thing. Right now, Masood is not her husband. That plain is.
Yeah.
And so she's got to give us something else. Where do you stand with Stephanie? Are you in or out?
I'm totally in.
Okay.
I think she's a great casting. She dove in and she went toe to toe with Alexia and everyone else in a way that felt actually authentic. It didn't feel like she was trying to quote unquote have a moment, even if she was.
Yeah.
Like it felt like she was getting upset at things and she was naturally responding the way I think she would.
Yeah.
And I love that she was fearless. I think she's obnoxious as hell. And she, like, her lording this plane over these women it's really wearing on me. It is kind of funny, though, because they are all kind of scrambling to get onto this plane.
They were.
They were. Marisol maybe, like, jumping ship, pun intended. But I think, though, that next season, I think all the skeletons are going to come out about her. Because, like, if you're working in real estate and you're that wealthy on a Real Housewives show, there's going to be skeletons. There's going to be lawsuits. There's going to be allegations. There's going to be bankruptcies. There's going to be this shell company, that shell company. It's all going to come out. It's going to be great.
Well, even her origin story. That's what I need to hear. There are conflicting stories out there about how she met her husband, how long they've known each other, how she was involved with the family. I really hope that's addressed at the reunion. And not just something we have to keep speculating on or getting our news from TikTok. Or find that ex-wife.
Find the ex-wife. Find the twin sisters.
Give us something. Now, the reason I think that I agree with you, I love that Stephanie. Oh, yeah, the twin sisters. I love that Stephanie does go head to head and with an Alexia because to me, she is just, she's the Teresa of Miami.
Yes.
But I think that she's able to do that. And I agree with you. I think it's authentic, but she can do it because she has no social skills. She has no friends.
Yes.
So she literally just says whatever she feels
Mm-hmm.
and how she wants to say it and doesn't care about how the other person responds or reacts because she's not trying to be your friend. She doesn't know how to
Yes.
have friends. And if Lisa and Larsa were friends, Larsa would not be right there with her.
No, exactly. In fact, well, one could maybe make an argument that Stephanie being there gives Larsa the space to not be friends with Lisa,
Absolutely.
you know?
And not to be as nasty as she can be, like nice nasty,
Yeah.
because she can hide behind Stephanie.
Larsa's always going to follow the money. And,
It's true.
right?
It's so true. It's so true.
She is capitalism.
It's so
And I mean, Lisa had the money for a while,
true.
and now Stephanie has the money.
So true.
And Larsa's just she's gonna follow the money and the fame, which is, that's like, Larsa is so terrible. Like, she is so terrible, but I have grown to just really enjoy her, like, version of terribleness,
It
you
works
know?
here. It works in the space of housewives.
Yes.
You take that and put it anywhere else, like, I wouldn't want to be friends with her.
Oh, no.
I don't even know if I'd want to be at like a dinner. I think I would just find it obnoxious. But for television purposes, it's perfect.
Yeah, I mean, this cast is, like, literally so stacked with so many interesting, good personalities.
Mhm.
No, not good. I'm sorry, not good, like, good people, but, like,
For
television
TV.
for TV.
Yeah.
You know, there was a period of time. Did you watch the original Miami
Yes.
back in the day? Remember,
Yes.
Marisol used to be a big dud. She was like a nothing, right?
I'd still argue that's the case.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
I'd
But
still argue it.
she's gotten better, I think.
Really?
I think a little bit
find her
better.
extremely annoying. But she toned it down on the cockies.
Yeah, that was when she was trying to come up with her own vernacular. Like, that was too much. Every time she's trying to push the cockies thing, it's like, oh my God, I love the gin in my
Like,
cocky
you
before
don't-
breakfast. It's like, shut up. But I
You
have
don't
to
think
say,
she's the personality of a 10-year-old boy. That's what I said. She's the humor of it. She's drawing dicks. I said this last episode, she put her phone up and they were filming themselves doing like a
Yeah.
social media. And she was like, it's like porn. And I'm like, shut up, Marisol.
it is very much like a 10-year-old boy, but it's actually the other end of the spectrum. It's definitely, I hate to say this because it'll sound very ageist. It's definitely like an old person trying to be young. And
Old?
yeah.
How dare you? How dare you?
Because all her references are always like strangely from like the 50s. She's like, oh my God, I feel like Jimmy Durante walking into the club. And you're like, what are you talking about, Marisol? Everything is like that, you know?
100% the case. Wait,
But-
I just like her more now.
No, but the thing is this. Here's the reason when I had a turn about Larsa. Do you ever play like any of those New York Times word games like Wordle or
I
just
don't.
so they have an app and they have Wordle and
Uh-huh.
crossword and all these things. And they just unveiled a new game last week. It's a number game and it's called Pips. And I looked at it and I go, Pips. And I'm just like, every time I go onto the app to play Wordle and I see Pips there, I just hear Marisol going, hey, Pips. And I was like, well, she's in my head now. And like Marisol never, ever once got into my head.
I guess. I mean, you tried to make the case for me. It
You know,
did
it's a
not
fail.
work. I'm in
It's
too
a hard
deep.
case.
I'm in too deep. I even said it when I was on Watch What Happens Live. Like, I like her as a housewife. It fits because Alexia needs her, but
Yeah, and you know what?
Definitely.
I will say I'm not gonna ever go hard in the paint for Marisol.
Mhm.
I just think that she's improved since when she first came around. But yeah, she's still not great. I actually kind of would love Leah Black to come back.
Oh, Leah Black. I follow Leah Black on
She is
Twitter.
great.
I don't know if that was taboo to say, but on X, Twitter, whatever.
How dare you?
I do follow her on there. I would love for her to come back too. And I think with Marisol too, her mother had the personality.
Yes.
And so it's like that's what she was always tending to her and I kind of
Mm.
putting her first.
Yeah.
So we were more drawn to that. And I feel like Marisol didn't really get to show.
Yeah. So I think Marisol, as a friend of, is the perfect lane for her because she's not interesting enough to be a full-fledged housewife.
How many friend doves do we have?
A million. Well, there's her. There's Kiki. Like Kiki is
Yeah.
like one of the all-time best friend ofs that we've ever had. I
She's
think.
good.
And then it seems like they're also kind of like Adriana.
Adriana.
And then it seemed like they were kind of like road testing a few this season too. We had like Carmen Carrera for a second there, who hails from Drag Race, I believe. And then, exactly, she didn't really do so well. She was like there in the background, but they put up a whole thing. They're like, oh my God, it's Carmen Carrera. And then there was that woman, there was a random lady who was on that double yacht episode.
Yeah. I do remember that. So yeah, extras. But maybe that's the system.
Yeah.
As we're getting people, some people are fading out.
Yeah.
Their storylines maybe aren't as interesting. You have fans coming onto the show. Maybe the thing is, and I kind of like what Atlanta did. You brought back some of the glory from before. And I think the new ladies they brought, other than Britt, she served her purpose but fine. They were great. I think that maybe that is the formula of having your cast, but then having strong friend ofs.
I think it's a great point.
And
This is why we're
that's
friends.
the key to success. Absolutely.
I've declared this, by the way. We're friends.
Absolutely.
No, but I agree, because I even think might be even a slightly hotter take. For instance, if you go over to Orange County, I think Vicky Gunvalson is really good as a friend of.
Oh, that is not a hot take. I want her immediately on my screen. I'll take her how I can get it.
Okay.
Friend of, full time. I am a huge
I think we talked about this last time, and I love that you have this stance.
love her. We need her. We need her back.
Yeah, I think she performed very well as a friend of. I think friend of was a good role for Cynthia, because I don't think Cynthia is like inherently that interesting.
Yeah,
but
same.
like you get just enough of like the good sides of her that you start to think that like you start to be happy when you see her.
She was perfect this season, and there's just a
Mhm.
respect. You have to have the one housewife that people respect, and there's so much respect for Cynthia. You can just tell people love her. I would love to see how Vicky would be handling Katie. Oh my, can you imagine? Vicky versus Katie. We'll get into that in a second.
I know. I'm really excited to talk about this. That's a whole other
especially
mess.
like what's been coming out on the TikTok with Amir Yas, the publicist. I don't know if you saw that. All that information.
I did not see
Okay,
that.
I'm happy
Okay.
to download and tell you.
Okay.
A couple of other questions before we kind of get into the news of the week, because it's our news show. We recap. Last time you recapped with us.
Yeah, I'm excited to talk about this news too.
Yeah, because some of it I was not privy to.
Yeah.
Are you going to be at BravoCon this year?
I am. My first time ever. Are you?
What?
I've never gone.
Okay, well, not like I know the lay of the land. I was so exhausted the last time I went. I did my panels. The Potomac panel took all my energy, because that's when they were
I'm
at each other's
sure.
throats, and I would go to sleep. I was so exhausted. Also, like, I knew a divorce was coming, and so there was just that. There was that too. Like, personally, I was just like, I'm tapped out. I can't even
that's
pretend.
a lot. That's a lot.
Can't even pretend. But in Vegas, it's fun. New York was cool, but Vegas is a lot of fun. And okay, we'll find each other.
After this, we'll coordinate all that stuff.
Yeah. Because
we're gonna hang out. We're gonna need to have like end of the day exchanging of notes, of activities, etc.
I'm
during the day.
very excited. Would you host a panel? Are you?
I would love to. Ronnie and I, my co-host Ronnie, we definitely want to, host a panel if we can. So hopefully something like that could happen. And if not, that's fine too. But like that would be so cool. I don't know which panel though. I think it would be fun to also do like a panel of like Bravo content creators.
I think that's
Wouldn't
a
that be cool?
fantastic idea.
Because that's so much a part of these
You should tell your plug,
shows.
whoever you know on the inside, because you see them come on Watch What Happens Live.
Yeah.
So clearly the fans, like, it's not a fan base that just watches the show. It's an engaged fan base that listens to the podcast and everything as well. That's a great idea.
Yeah. Otherwise, though, man, I would do any. I will do any panel. I'm very much like a fan, and I'd be
Same.
excited to be
Same.
there. Although I don't know, like I don't know if they'd get mad. They'd be like, "You're the person who said all this shit about us." Like imagine I'll do anything
don't.
except if don't put us on the McBee. Please don't put me on this McBee Dynasty
They're gonna do it
panel.
now. They
They
have
will.
to.
They will.
They
It'll be
will.
so cruel.
And it'd be great, and I would come and watch it. I agree with you. The fun thing about BravoCon is I've always done it as I've been on a panel, but I also we'll do like our boots on the ground podcast. So we're in the bazaar with everybody's shops.
Yeah.
You see people walking around, fans are everywhere. But what's cool is you get to be a fan. So yes, I work, but I genuinely go and watch the panels. I sit in there. I'm with everyone else. Maybe this year I'll be bold enough if they do the open mic to ask a question.
Wow, because the open mic has become kind of like the BravoCon thing. Like it's like people take their swings there. I feel like it's gonna be out of control this time, because last time there were a lot of big viral moments that came from it, and I feel like now people are like coming up with their questions that they're gonna ask that goes viral. I think that the Bravo celebrities are gonna get it from all sides from the audience.
Yeah, I mean, it's because they don't stop. They're never like, don't ask this. They will tell as a panelist, and then as the host of the panelist. I feel like that sounds wrong. I don't know why I can't think of the word. They'll tell you things you cannot get into.
Right.
But for the questions, there are no disclaimers. It's go at it.
just
And
have fun.
I've never even seen it where someone comes in and they're like, we're not answering that question.
Uh-huh.
So, and the biggest thing that I remember from 2 years ago was, it's sad because Teddy's going through everything, but it was the guy who said the thing about Teddy to Kyle. And
Yeah.
everyone was like, because mind you, there's alcohol too. So these people are lit in the
Yes.
morning. They're with their friends.
And that became a plot line on Beverly Hills,
Yeah.
which was like that ridiculous fight where it was like, was it Dorit? Oh, no, it was Kyle. Was Kyle mad that Dorit was not standing up for Teddy enough after that? Or like they had a fight about Teddy about BravoCon. Wasn't it like Kyle was like, Dorit, why didn't you like stand up for Teddy?
Something
And
like
Dorit's like,
that.
I don't even know who Teddy is, you know?
It was something like that. That's also where Erica was like, said Dorit and PK would break. It's,
Yeah.
there are moments to come. I'm so excited for you.
Yeah,
Yes,
I'm
we're going
excited
to have
for
a
my
good
first
time.
one. Yeah, this will be great.
Okay, before we hop into the news,
Yes.
what Bravo Hill would you die on?
I've been thinking about this. What would be my Bravo Hill? I have a lot of hills. I'm like Rome. There's a lot of hills around me. But I think like the hill that I actually would die on. I don't know if this is exactly the sort of hill that you were asking for, but a hill that I would die on is that I think that Bravo deserves more love from the Emmys. I think that the
Oh.
shows, this is sort of like a, I guess,
No, it
this is like a
works, it
hill.
works.
This is a hill about Bravo in
It
general.
works.
But I do think that like there's so much crap on TV. I'm sorry, there's crap that gets rewarded and awarded over and over and over again. And like Bravo turns out some of the best TV on TV.
Mhm.
These are shows that are hilarious. These are very, very well made shows.
Yeah.
You just look at reality shows on other networks and other streamers, and you can see how well Bravo does it. And I feel like it should be recognized. And like a show like The Bear, my whole thing is like The Bear gets nominated for best comedy.
It's in the wrong category.
It's in the wrong category, but really, honestly, there have been like maybe 3 really good sitcoms over the past 20 years. You know, you got like Hacks, you got Veep, and you got some other things that are like, okay. But the truth is that like you're going to get more laughs per hour than on a Real Housewives show
I
or
like
Summer
this.
House or Southern Charm, Below Deck. Any Bravo show will make you laugh more than most of the scripted comedy. Sorry, my writer friends, etc. But like this is true. And I feel like the Academy has a huge amount of snobbery. And I think that
course.
like when you look at like the best reality show categories, you know, they'll never put a Real Housewives show in there. And when something as brilliant as like the Salt Lake City season finale for season 4, like that was an epic piece of television.
Yeah.
And that doesn't get recognition because it's like, oh, it's a housewives show. It's a show about women arguing. It's a show for women, whatever. And I think it has just as much of a place in our prestige TV than any of the other bullshit that gets sent our way. How about that?
I like this
That's
hill.
my
I
hill.
was not expecting you to say that. That was that was so well said. Here's the thing I will say about it. 2 things, one for and against. I'm totally for it, especially because as OGers, we've been here since the beginning when
Yes.
it's come to Bravo. We have seen how the editing and the production has changed. So even we're always like, oh, those Bravo editors. Oh, like I feel like Danny Pellegrino always says the same thing. The flashbacks we get, that
Mhm.
somebody will say something and the camera will go to something else. It was never like that before.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. Even like
They're
maybe
dialed in.
cinematography might be too big of a word, but
Miami
but
looks
it's
beautiful.
there. It's there,
Yeah.
especially when they travel overseas too.
Yeah.
So I'm with you. The thing I would say against it, to play devil's advocate, is we already have enough issues with people coming on trying to be famous, trying to be a fan. Because who's my fan right now? I don't think Katie's a fan. I don't think I've said that. There's somebody.
Stephanie, maybe.
I said Stephanie was a fan. I did say Stephanie was a fan because she acknowledged Marisol's cockies or something like that. I was like, how do you know that? It was
Yeah.
something she
Bronwyn,
said.
maybe? On Salt Lake
Bronwyn
City?
for sure. But in Bronwyn's defense, she was asked to be on it before. So
Okay.
I bet she's been watching it even more so. It's hard to not find a fan. And I think that if they start getting recognized by the Academy, it's like, well, I could be on an Emmy-nominated show. Now, as I'm saying this out
All
loud,
the future prestige reality stars.
actors start coming, or aspiring actors start coming on the show. But it could draw in a different type of housewife because they're like, well, now it's getting the prestige the prestige
Mhm.
from the Academy.
It actually, yeah.
So I
think-
kind of just talked myself out of it.
And you know what? I have another hill, which is that I think that Dallas should never have been canceled.
Oh, it had to go, and I'm from there.
Well, this is my hill, and I really love Dallas, but I know that one issue with Dallas is that like a lot of like the real Dallas money would never go on camera. So
100%.
maybe with housewives, you'd get like the true money, old money Dallas coming on.
There still has to be a desire for fame. Okay, so
Yeah.
like, I hate to do this. I'm so deep into the Gilded Age right now that I cannot stop comparing it to
Please
Housewives.
do. I actually have not watched the Gilded Age yet, which is
You've-
crazy because I love Downton.
And I don't like period pieces.
Okay.
It is the Real Housewives of the
I have
Gilded
to
Age.
watch. I have to watch because nothing's on Bravo right now.
So it's the OG Real Housewives of New York City because that's where they are.
Yeah.
It is so good with society and the drama and all of it. I'm about to be done and I'm upset. I'm
Yeah.
trying to like draw it out. So you're seeing the nouveau riche come in compared to the old money, but they really have old money. It's more of just a name. So there's this gatekeeping there. And I feel like that's kind of what Dallas is. Or like, remember the show Good Christian Bitches?
I
It
do
had
remember
got
that
one
was-
scene. I don't even know if
uh-huh.
it finished. Or even Hunting Wives. It's like Dallas more needs a show like that.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you could do a reality show like that. Because you also remember Big Rich or Big Rich Texas?
Big Rich Texas. I love Big Rich.
Big
with those,
Rich
with those,
Texas
with
was
those
so
twins,
good.
with those weird twins. That show
That was Bravo,
crazy.
right?
No, I think it was like E or Style Network.
Oh, I thought that was Bravo.
It was with
I'm
it. It was
giving y'all
under
too
the
much credit.
umbrella. It was
But-
under the umbrella.
Big Rich Texas, I feel like that was a little bit more of old money,
Yeah.
more than Housewives is. But Dallas has a similar air about itself, like the women of the Gilded
Yeah.
Age, like This Is Society. There is a Dallas society. And so
Right.
when you have a Leanne coming in acting like she's a part of it because she's a part of few charities, it's comical. And that was the downfall of it.
Yeah, I think actually like Dallas and Miami, one of the issues that they both faced was that they came out of the gates not representing the stereotypical Miami and Dallas that we wanted. I think the Miami that the audience expected is the Miami that it is now.
Yeah.
Very colorful, lots of Latina women, lots of just international women on it. Whereas the original was like Christy Rice, who was Latina, but it was like Christy Rice and Leah and Marisol. It wasn't as like, I think we were expecting something that was like va va voom, and it was more just like laid back.
Yeah.
And then the original Dallas, you had what's her face with like the poop hat and Brandy.
Stephanie.
And like they were all like nice, but like I think we were expecting big hair. I think we were expecting like lots of Mama D types and like big hair and
Mama
like
D
aren't you
was.
special? And it wasn't that. And so I think both shows sort of stumbled out of the gate. And I think Dallas obviously never quite got to where it needed to be, but Miami recouped, and maybe Dallas will get a nice reboot.
I think Dallas has to be, it can't be a Housewives, like I was saying. It's got to be a version of like Hunting Wives, Good Christian Bitches, or maybe like some faith-based housewife type show where it's
Ooh.
like church,
Church.
faith, family, and football.
Yeah, actually,
That's what
it
it's
really
gotta be.
should be.
And if
I
y'all
would-
steal that name,
Faith, Family, Football.
that's what it is.
They better not. That's a
Big
great
Rich
name.
Texas. I'm going to find that. I'm going to go back and watch that.
Yeah,
It
that was
so
a
good.
crazy show.
Let's get into the news of the week. I feel like this person is the topic of conversation every week, and it
Okay.
just gets worse and worse and worse. And this is why I understand when I said if somebody was new to Bravo right now in this moment and they were curious about watching and they had to start right now, and you say Miami, I understand why you would say that over the Valley.
Well, I was
'Cause it's
being
so
I was being
dark.
very technical because the Valley's technically not on right now.
Oh, well,
Otherwise, I would probably the Valley.
but you know why I thought you didn't? Because it's gotten so dark. And it's like, if you've never watched a Bravo show, I don't know if I would tell you to start there. And I love the Valley,
Mm.
but I can compare it to other shows and see that, oh, not all Bravo is this. This has become another section or a sector
Yeah.
of Bravo. And of course, it's tied to Vanderpump Rules. So you have to understand, you don't understand the greatness of Kristen and Jax on
Yeah.
reality TV without that. But the person I'm talking about is Jax.
Of course. Yes.
All right. So this is news to me. I did not see this till producer Belle put this info in. Have you heard all the drama that's been centering around Jax? I mean, the new drama.
I read an article this morning that broke like over the weekend. That was I'm wondering
Yeah.
if it's the same thing
Yeah.
about waitresses at his bar.
Yes. So that has been something, if you've been watching The Valley and on the reunion, it's like everybody knows there's rumors of you being with the other women and or the waitresses and the staff at, well, it's not Jax's
It's not Jax's
anymore.
anymore.
I need to drive by there. I'm close by and see what it is.
Axed. Axes.
That would be hilarious if they did that. I would go.
I would go to Axes.
I would go. I would go to Axes. That's hilarious. So that had been a rumor and everyone had been saying it. Brittany was even aware of it. So apparently what's come out is Jax Taylor love bombed. The fact that that's the quote in here. Love bombed, had sex with, then discarded. That's the quote. Several female employees at his bar before he was fired. Multiple women, including staffers at Jack's Studio City, I didn't realize that was the full name,
Yep.
have come forward to share their experiences with but all chose to remain anonymous due to fear of him retaliating against them. That's wild.
Yeah.
One woman who's been a staffer for over a year at Jax's
Studio City.
Studio City. She
The
told
implication
the Sun,
being that it's going to grow to different locations.
that is 100%.
Tampa, maybe.
I don't mean to laugh, but that is 100% what they were hoping for. I was going to ask what the publication was. It is coming from The Sun. So one woman told the Sun, she'd been there, a staffer there for over a year, that he had slept with multiple employees. And she said, quote, I thought I was the only one he slept with from work. But after everything ended, I found out he told the same things and used the same tricks on a few of us, which I want to pause there. How many women work there? Like, how it can't be that many workers, let alone women workers. Unless it's less than 10.
I don't know. Because from my understanding about Jax's Studio City is that it's sort of like adjacent to a larger bar. And it's like been licensed out like this back area, maybe. I don't know if that's true or not. I'm not trying to spread mistruths about this establishment, but that was my understanding. So maybe it's like all the women across the entire establishment. But I'm sure, if you think there's probably like a bartender or two. We saw him in the first season of The Valley. He was like auditioning people or interviewing people to work there. So you have bartender, maybe a waitress. That's at least 2. Maybe gets up to 3, maybe to 4.
But that means then they're like the claim is multiple women. Now, multiple can mean 2, but I feel like they're alluding that it's more than that. So it's like majority of these women. Legally, I feel like I should be able to say that I would know if there's a lawsuit or not involved, but I don't know. This just seems so. It's like, is this why he was let go from being a part of Jax? Is it because they knew that this was coming out, or was it because of his struggles? We know this wasn't his decision.
Yeah.
So whose was it and what was it for?
I feel like this has to play into it because the truth is that Jax already has such a checkered history coming into this like business opportunity that like, the bad press on TV is one thing, but I'm sure they were probably thinking, well, it was just a rough season, bad edit, he's in rehab. They had enough like mental workarounds where they could keep him on board. He's going to rehab, he's working on himself.
Yeah.
But I think this is the one where they say, oh yeah, we can't really look the other way if like we have members of our staff all saying this. And maybe the members of the staff, this is conjecture, but it was a topic of the reunion that Jax was sleeping with his staff. And it was also the season finale.
Yeah.
And so maybe they felt emboldened to actually say something to management. I'm not sure. So yeah. It's pretty bad. It's really, really, really bad.
And always when I keep hearing these things about Jax, I'm like, Brittany did 10 years with him.
I know.
And it's I don't want to look at Brittany and be like, oh, how could you? I would never. No, because I have my own.
We all get sucked in.
We know. I've been sucked in for other reasons. So you never know until you're in it. You don't know the reasons why someone's staged. You don't know what they've been through. None of that. But I more so look at it when I say 10 years of what you had to endure, how that weighed on you emotionally, mentally, physically, as she said in this season at the beginning of it, certain things she went through. And I just think, wow, and I hope that I know she's in therapy, but I hope she's continuing that.
Yeah.
And has a strong community. I know family she does too, but just the work she's going to have to do herself to undo those 10 years of abuse. That's all I keep thinking of.
Yeah, I was actually really proud of her this season on The Valley because, like, a lot of times I roll my eyes at Brittany because she's often very ridiculous. But I was, like, really proud that, like, she really held her ground in a sense that, like, you could tell she really she still had feelings for him, or she still was in that like mental space that she still wanted to sort of go back to that in a certain way. She even says it. She's like, I love this guy, or I want to do all this. And like you see her, she still calls him. She's still in contact with him, which is not great. But like I was really proud that she was like, I am going to file for divorce now because if I don't do it now, I know I'm going to fall back into my pattern and I have to do this. Like she saw
Yeah.
it through, and I thought
Yeah.
that was really good.
Yeah, that's a good point. And even at the reunion when Andy, and I understood why Andy was trying to throw him a bone, where he's like, oh, I've never heard you take this much accountability. I've never heard it. Brittany was like, we'll see how he is tomorrow.
Yeah, I
We'll
don't think
see.
he's really going to be like that.
Yeah.
Um,
It's like she knows this is this.
yeah, it's lies.
And I have real life. So I was happy that she was like, I'm not going to fall for you
Yeah.
guys don't know him the way that I do. So
Yeah.
the story continues. Multiple women had several stories about how Jax did not wear protection, but would always offer to buy the plan B, which also plays into things that were alleged at the reunion where Brittany was talking about all the stuff he has going on down there
Mm-hmm.
and not using protection. And Jax is not alone on this, but I just do not understand with these men and women. We cannot let them continue to do this. Men do not want to wear protection. I see
Yeah.
it more and more. They're like, oh, it doesn't feel the same. Oh, blah, 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 blah. It's not about just buying a Plan B.
Yeah, it's not. There's a lot of other things. There's a lot of reasons why you might want to have some protection.
And Plan B is not like birth control. You're not just supposed to just popping it here and there. You're supposed to take it in case of an emergency. Not like that's not what
It's
it is
also
for.
like, if you think about it, he's saying, I don't want to inconvenience myself, but here, now you have to take some medication because I don't want to be inconvenienced for the 5 minutes that I need.
Yeah, ladies, do not
Yeah,
let a Jax get to
Don't
you like this.
don't let Jax
Don't be
do it.
Jaxed,
But
or
Jax
you'll
is,
get axed.
you don't want to get axed. But Jax is, he is kind of like a psychopath, and he is like, we've seen him put that charm on because when Jax will have good seasons and Jax will have bad seasons, and his good seasons are when his charm is on. He does that kind of like jokey thing. He goes, "Oh no, I'm sorry. I just don't know." Like, he does this whole thing, and it is sort of cute, and he's nice and he's funny, and like he can actually be charming and he can say funny things. But we know it's an act. It's all fake. He's like a raging monster underneath
Yeah,
it, and
no,
very
he
self-involved, and he's a liar.
Yes, it's so scary. And this is why you can't start with, do not recommend the Valley. Recommend Vanderpump Rules to people to
Well, I
start.
mean, you should start with Vanderpump Rules anyway, because like the lore with Vanderpump Rules heading, especially and continuing on into the Valley, is so rich and so thick. Like it is so multi-layered that it's extraordinary.
What
I
do you
mean,
think about the new season that's going to come out? Are you going to watch? We have to watch.
of the Valley.
No, Vanderpump
Oh,
Rules.
oh yeah, I'll watch. Of course. I actually want. Not only am I going to watch, I'm going to support it because I think Bravo did the right thing by rebooting it. Like it needed it. They needed to clean house. Like it had gotten too far away from what it was, and I want to support Bravo when I feel like it's doing the right thing.
Okay.
So I think people are going to
Wow.
watch it and say this isn't the same. This sucks, and it might be bad because there might be people who are like wannabes. But I want to support this move.
Well, I do too. And a lot of people didn't know Sir was still around. And it is. We live out here.
Yeah.
It's still there. I'm going to watch it for sure, more out of curiosity than support.
My concern with it is that it's already been supplanted by Southern Hospitality and Next Gen New York City.
Oh. Both are great shows, by the way. I was late on the Southern Hospitality train. And although I feel like a lot of it's probably to me one of the fakest shows that I watch on Bravo. I still enjoy it.
Yeah. Well, just
that
watch McBee Dynasty.
Oh,
then.
God. Well, Southern Hospitality could change for me after this season. I'm very curious to see what they do in this upcoming season.
I think that the new Vanderpump is going to have an uphill battle because I think people are not going to necessarily watch with buy-in. I think they're going to be looking for the cracks. They're going to be looking for that person is just trying to be like Stassi, that person trying to be like Sheena, and they're not going to just sort of judge it on its own.
Yeah.
And I say this as someone who was very critical from the beginning of the New York City reboot. So some would say that I was not open to that one.
Mhm.
I think history has proven me correct, but I know what it's like to just be like, I didn't want this rebooted. Like, why are you doing this to me?
Yeah.
But I think that we could foster a new group of kitties.
I agree. I too am like, I have so much on my plate. I don't have time to meet new people.
Yeah.
Like, let me just stick to what it is that I know, which is why I didn't watch McBee. I'm like, I just don't have the time. Why I was hesitant to Southern Hospitality. Same with Next Gen NYC. I always mess up that name, I feel like.
Mhm.
But when I saw the first episode and I saw Ariana throw Kim Zolciak under the bus, I said,
Yeah.
I'm in. If these are the lengths these people are going, I'm in. I also did it with The Valley.
Yeah.
And I think The Valley is one of the best shows on Bravo
It's
right now.
great.
So I now am no longer in a place, and so I urge you guys, if you're on the fence, to be this way too. I'm sure there is some show on Bravo that you've been proven wrong about, right?
Oh, yeah. The
Even
Valley is a great example. I was so against The Valley. I was like, I don't want to watch a bunch of like washed up 40-year-olds who were formerly on Vanderpump Rules, just like raising babies in the Valley and,
Yeah.
and like acting like everything they were doing is groundbreaking.
and
you
remember
know?
the ad that they tease us
Ad.
with them and driving in the little
Ugh,
cars,
it
and I was
just
like, "What is this?"
like I'm so over the whole quote unquote adulting thing. I was like, I don't want to watch like babies holding up a chalkboard with a baby saying 9 months. I don't want to see any of that. And it was so not that at
It
all.
wasn't. It is layered. And these people, I don't even look at these people and I'm like, oh, they are stars. They are made for TV. I just feel like that authenticity that sometimes we feel like we're missing on Bravo
Yeah.
is there. You can tell Jason had no idea what he was getting into.
No idea.
You
He's hilariously
Nia.
corporate. Oh yeah. They had no idea. What do you think about Janet? Where do you stand on Janet?
I ran into Janet and Jason a couple of weeks ago.
Oh. Oh.
And because I've talked a lot of shit about Janet, I was like, I don't want to say anything to them. But then Jared comes over, who we have a mutual bond because we were in the courtroom together the day Britney Spears was released from her conservatorship. So we were
Yes.
dancing in the streets. And I was like, oh God, don't bring them over here because I feel like I don't, it's one thing to talk on the podcast. And I'm like, oh, I don't want to. Lovely.
Oh yeah.
They were lovely. Like, I'm not going to say one thing about him. And I found out Jason listens to the podcast.
Oh
But he said he didn't listen this season. But I encouraged him to come on and, share his info. But I think that I think both things are true about Janet. I think some of the things are exaggerated. But I think the biggest thing is Janet was a fan. That's who I
Yes,
was
she's a
thinking of.
fan.
That's who I was thinking of. Janet is a fan.
Yes.
And when I interviewed Sheena, I asked her that, and she goes, well, what's wrong with the fan? You're a fan. And I said, girl,
Mhm.
I would never be on the show.
Right.
There is a difference. BravoCon, yes. TV show, no.
Can't believe Sheena would even step to you like that.
She did. She did. She sat right in that chair and did that.
Wow.
I liked it.
Yeah.
I liked it. But the point it was, Janet is on the show. She knows too much. So she's trying to be what she thinks. I could say something similar to Katie and OC. They're doing she thinks she's doing what a housewife should do. Janet's thinking too much. And I think
Right.
if Janet just was more herself, we would get Dave and Buster Janet.
That's the best version of her, like
I believe
Midwestern
that's
Janet.
her.
Yeah.
I do. And when I met her, she was lovely.
I really am enjoying Janet as a villain. A lot of people like hate to hate her. I actually really enjoy hating her. I think that she's like a funny villain. I love this like relatively plain girl comes on and like drives
Sarah
everyone
Plain Girl.
nuts, And I know she's got that Karen energy, which is like, Karen energy is something that we have to flag, right? But I also just don't think that Janet is like the second coming of Satan. And like people are losing their minds. I actually am more amused. I'm more amused that people are losing their mind over Janet because I'm like, this girl is the one that's gonna make you go crazy, Janet. But I think that she's funny. Funny in a way of like, in the sense that like she always says the wrong thing.
Always.
Like
Always.
she always exacerbates her thing. She does, I think, try to have like her Stassi moments and they backfire. I think Janet is like pure comedy personally. And people hate her.
I
They
think
hate her.
she should embrace it more. I think
Yeah,
she's doing
her next
herself
step.
a disservice by trying so hard to say that's not me, because all that does is like it like digs a deeper hole. People like that's the first lesson of being on reality TV. I even learned it. I used to try to like clap back at people. I was like, you don't get it. You don't get it. And it's like they have their minds made up. You can't convince them
Yeah.
of anything. It doesn't matter what you try to do. And that's Janet. I've been on reality TV, and even I'm like, you can't really convince me. So
Lean in.
just lean into it.
Because then we love that. Like, I mean, look at
Stassi
Leanne.
kinda did it.
Stassi did it. Stassi, season 1, Stassi was so vile and so terrible, and we all hated her. And then we all grew to love her. Camille Grammer, we all hated Camille, and now every
we
time
love
Camille
her.
shows up, Leanne Locken, her first season was insufferable, and then she showed up, and then we were like, I mean, she's the star of the show now. And like all these people who are terrible, whenever they just lean into it,
Yeah.
we always wind up
We
embracing
do.
them.
We
It's like this weird thing, and like that's just the way Bravo is. So Janet just needs to just be like,
Don't fight it so hard.
Yeah.
And don't be calculated. Like, we know you were like, okay, Jason, I'm going to sit quiet and I'm going to let you do all the talking. Stop doing that. I
Yeah.
wanted Janet to come in guns a-blazing.
yeah.
You know, don't come in with a rehearsed line. I've said this multiple times in the podcast of the Adderall and Pilates. Like,
yeah, especially if your whole thing is about like someone drinks too much or someone like I have an
oh my
ex
gosh, I
who
didn't even
is
think about that.
yeah, that's like it's like that line just doesn't fly as well if you're going after people about substance abuse. So I mean, that's not like I was offended, but I'm just like, like at least make up a better line.
Yeah, like,
you
let's say
know?
you lost your appetite, like, watching the show or being around these people, or I don't know. There's something better than
Yeah,
that.
because the
And
truth is that like to me, Danny sounds like a terrible drunk. He sounds like he's like
it sounds like he doesn't remember anything that
yeah,
he
like I've had
does.
friends like that who just get when you see them starting to pour back the drinks and hiding the drinks, whatever, you're like, okay, I have to stop having fun tonight because I know I'm gonna have to either take care of this person or like take care of like get out of here or whatever. Like
Yeah.
you can't have any fun left. So I'm like, let's not. I mean, I'm Janet was terrible, but let's not give Danny too many passes either.
No, yeah, it's just he's got Nia.
Nia's
And Nia's
lovely.
and that's what Janet wants to be revered like Nia is.
Yeah.
And so sitting across the couch and watching it happen, I know it just makes her blood boil even
Yeah, Janet
more.
just has to just be like, I'm a bitch, and that's just what I am, and that's it.
Yeah, this is Bravo.
Like,
We
look-
like bitchy.
Like, I mean, look at the way Kristen was that whole reunion. She was like, "Yeah, I said that, but I was just trying to be bitchy." You're like,
We
"Oh,
love it. And we love it. I love it. Ah, I do like I was off Kristen for a bit. I'm back on now. I don't even know if I should keep going about all the terrible things that
Jax did."
Jax did. We just
He's a
know it's bad,
monster.
it's dark, it's gross. Seek help and stay away from people.
Seek help.
Don't go to that place you went to last time.
Yeah, don't go to the Airbnb you rented. Go to real.
And I don't know if this is funny news or not, but it is.
I'm
And
gonna
I
say
and I
funny.
hate to say ironic because everyone says you use that word wrong, even Alanis Morissette. So Page Six is reporting that legendary boozer. This is what they titled Page Six in their headlines. I swear.
Before I even knew what you were gonna say, I was like, when you're like, I don't know if this is funny or not. I'm like, it's funny. You know it's funny. You know it's lean in like Janet should be leaning
You're right.
in.
Legendary boozer Sonja Morgan's townhouse is now a sober living facility. The 5-story, I didn't realize it was that many stories, home on 63rd Street. I got to visit this the next time I'm in New York, where she lived with her JP Morgan heir husband, John Adams Morgan, who
Wow.
the Morgans are in the Gilded Age. It all goes back.
Uh-huh.
It all goes back. So they in 2019, what is it? She lit. Wait, it was
She
worth
listed
11
it.
million. She listed
Well,
it
no,
in
she
2019.
listed it at 11 million.
She listed it for 11 million. After remodeling and multiple reductions, she sold it for 4.5. Crazy.
Wow.
And now it is a luxurious recovery facility.
See,
Release recovery. Wait a minute. Is that the guy from The Bachelor?
release recovery. First of all, I love the
Yes. Oh my
Wait,
gosh.
who is
Zach
that?
Clark. Zach, how much money y'all got? I mean, I know Zach comes from money, but release recovery. So Zach was on Tayshia's season. She picked him. They got engaged. They broke up. Now it is rumored that he is dating Caitlin Bristow.
Okay.
And so, and he was suffered from addiction. And so he's turned that into something positive.
good.
He has been sober for years, and he created Release Recovery, which treats substance abuse and mental health issues. And that reality TV world's coming together.
That's so special.
He probably doesn't even know.
It's so wonderful that he created a sober living facility. I am concerned for those who will be living in that townhouse because it's going to be some horror movie where people are
The
going to wake up in the
energy.
middle of the night and they're going to like hear the voice of like Pickles and like Sonia's like manicurist, whoever the facialist. This is like
Sex.
they're
Man,
gonna hear all
sex
the
sounds.
moans. They're gonna hear that strange Italian man who came over and gave her the big napkin. I think that like, did we learn nothing from Poltergeist? Remember, like they built a house on a Native American graveyard and they were haunted. You cannot build a sober living facility in Sonja Morgan's booze graveyard. You cannot do that. All these people are gonna have visions and they're gonna fall off the wagon.
100%. I am rooting for Release Recovery. I am also waiting 10 years now when the documentary comes out about Release Recovery at that particular location.
Yeah.
And all the things that went wrong at that location.
And there's gonna be bottles hidden everywhere. And so like people who are trying to
It
just be
smells like
sober.
alcohol.
There's gonna be like they're behind the fridge. They're gonna find bottles, and it's like that's just not right.
Yeah, this is guys, don't take this too seriously. We are joking. We are joking. We obviously
Yes.
support people who are going through their own
100%.
recovery, but the jokes write themselves.
Well, I read the article, and Page Six reached out to Sonja, and her response, they texted her, I guess, and they said Sonja responded with a text, and the text was like, "Ha," like HHHAAA. That was her official response. Ha.
she was probably
She
throwing
was
one back.
wasted.
She poured one out for him
Yeah.
for the old place. Gosh, you can't make this up. Gosh, this is when I wish the cameras were still up for Roni.
I know. We need
it'd be
to bring
too
it
good.
back. I'm sorry, bring back the original cast. Not the original, but like old school.
I don't know how
group.
they handle Ramona. Like I'm conflicted because
I am so conflicted.
I think if we're gonna lean into stuff, then be a racist.
Yeah.
I don't like covert racism. Be a racist. Just outwardly be racist. And then honestly, I can handle Ramona coming back if she's gonna be a racist.
Really?
Cut her pay,
Okay.
and let her just say things that are like, let her just dig her own grave. Because what I don't want to watch, why I can't come back, is them pretending she's something that she's not.
Right.
I don't want to see her at a nonprofit talking to Black children like Luann did, where she basically told that girl to lose weight. Remember that?
Yeah.
Honey.
Well, there was a clip going around from that scene like last week on X where Luann was like, she was talking to one of the girls there, and in the confessional, she's like, "Wow, I mean, she seems like a bright young woman. She doesn't seem like a drug person."
See what I'm saying? Just let that happen and let people tear it up. And I know that would be bad for production and the network, but just don't reward her as much with pay or whatever. Just let her be racist. And then I'm glad for her
She's
to come
just
back.
Ramona is such an effortless villain, and she's such a chaotic presence to watch, and she's actually like she's such a villain, and she is racist.
Yeah.
And then at the same time, though, she is so good at calling people out that need to be called out.
Yeah.
And like
Oh, yeah.
like she's really kind of an amazing reality star. And I go back and forth
She's
because I'm like,
great.
I don't want to give this person I don't want to give her a platform. You know, there was that whole thing like a year or two ago where she was texted Page Six like the N-word essentially, not fully. Remember, she like did like two. She's like playing hangman with it. She did like two letters, but then like it was like all that stuff came out, and you're like, oh yeah, she can't be on TV anymore. But then sometimes you're like, but she's so compelling to watch.
I get it. I'm conflicted, but let her come back in her MAGA hat. Let her come
Yeah,
back.
maybe.
Like I'm fine. I'm fine with it if we're not pretending. We're pretending. I don't want to pretend she's something that she's not. That's all I ask.
Be authentic.
And then I'm for it. A couple of other quick headlines. Somehow Joe Giudice is still, or Judice, I don't know how we want to say it, is in the news again.
Okay.
I don't know how this came. I don't even know who he was. He was on Casual Chaos. You know how I feel about that Gia's podcast.
Oh.
How do I remember it? Because I have an issue where people think alliteration is funny.
Oh yeah.
I think that's what it's called. Casual
Casual
Chaos.
Chaos. Unfortunately, I'm not totally up on my Gia Judice media empire, but I think it is called Casual Chaos.
I went on a rant about it.
Oh, good.
Well, just because I just,
She's
what is that? What is
Casual-
Casual Chaos?
And on top of that, what is it? How does that even relate to? There's nothing
Gia.
chaotic about Gia.
As podcasters, yes, we're like, what is that?
Casual Chaos. It's just. I'm not sure we need Gia Judice in pop culture anymore. I think that like sometimes there are people in pop culture that I want to send a thank you for coming letter. I'm like, thank you so much for being here. Appreciate your time. And here's a parting gift, and you can go now. Like, I want to send that to Gia. I want to send that to like
Gia.
Ed Sheeran. I'm just like,
whoa.
There's some people I'm like, I'm happy. We can move on now. You know.
I agree with you. I have those people as well. I don't know if I'm as bold as you to say who it is, but we can agree on Gia.
I actually feel bad putting Ed Sheeran on the same level as Gia Judice. I feel bad that I brought him down. I feel bad that I brought her up.
It's just pop culture references. We're just saying. We're just talking
saying,
about
there's
pop
some
culture
things
references.
I'm like done with.
No, Gia's disappointed me. She was supposed to go to law school, do the whole thing, and now she's graduated and she's on reality TV doing a podcast. Listen, two things I've done.
Yeah.
But
like,
I practiced for 7
Yeah.
years.
And she was going to go into immigrant law, right?
Yes,
and
which was
which
beautiful.
which would have been like the most helpful thing at this moment in American history. And she's like, you know what? Instead, I'm going to sit by the pool and do casual chaos and force an entire cast of a reality show to visit me in New Jersey.
I don't even want to do the story anymore because I don't want to get any credits. Forget it. Joji, her dad was on the podcast
Complaining.
and he complained that Teresa only made $25,000 the first season and he was out like 6 figures, which to that I say, duh, we know that. Your first season on a reality show, you do not get paid
What? How did
a lot
he
of money.
lose money on it?
Because they didn't make any money and he spent $150,000, I guess, with clothes and maybe remodeling the house and the big part. I think he said, no, yeah, the party, the table, the
You know who
dinner.
else lost money? The people that he defrauded.
Ooh, I'm actually glad we did this story. Love that. And we're moving on. Well, that's a little casual chaos, wasn't it? Whatever that means.
That was some catty chaos right there.
Whatever that means. Also, Real Housewives of Atlanta, we touched on it a bit. Back in production, Portia, Phaedra, and Angela were seen supporting Drew at her new movie premiere. Which part makes you laugh?
Drew Sidora always makes me laugh. I know Drew Sidora, I know, is an established actress. She's not like fake. She's been in like many things and she's like known and she's famous. But everything Drew does feels like a scam to me. And like
100%.
so like there's the idea of Drew Sidora like having a new movie out, like having a premiere, and it's just I don't know. I feel like just like Ralph following her around with like an iPhone, making some video on iMovie. I don't know why. I'm sure it's a perfectly legitimate movie, but just everything Drew does cracks me up because it's so ramshackle.
It should. Well, also like I just don't believe you. I don't know if I've felt that strongly about someone in a while, but everything she says, I'm like, no.
It's always a lie.
No.
Like ever since Drop It with Drew, when she's like, I lost 60 pounds in 2 weeks. I'm like, no, and that wasn't even her.
Drop It with
just
Drew.
Everything always seems like a lie. And I'll always remember it was, I think, her 3rd season when she and Ralph were pretending like everything was better than ever. And they were going around, and Ralph had a little keyboard, and he was always smiling on the keyboard, playing her music, and she was singing. And like, I don't know, he just reminded me of like a Muppet. He was just sort of like on the piano. I just was like, it just cracks me up. At first, I couldn't stand Drew, but then I've come to realize, like, because she's so delusional, she's a great housewife.
I'm too frustrated with her for her to be great because I just don't believe anything. Like, even in this last reunion with the purse.
Oh God!
And
no,
she
I
was
don't
like,
believe that.
it is. What was it? I don't remember who, even the designer. And then Shamia comes out with like, no, this is what it is. Yours had this. It did not have this. All that. I liked her with the Ralph drama. Sorry, not this season, but before when they were still married. I did enjoy that.
Well, this season was funny. I mean, Ralph was being stuck in the basement for an entire season of a reality show.
I think I was just like, the divorce stuff's hard.
Okay.
Not really. Not to make emo about it, but I think I was just like, that is not probably a real story. Yes, he's living in the basement, but remember she was like, I summoned him there, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, there's something about it that's like true and not true. And so I think
you do kind of feel like they like exchange notes at the beginning of the season. They're like, okay, Ralph, this will be what we do this season, right? But like, remember even this season, she said in terms of her being a liar, when she was like, oh, Michael Jordan, that's my cousin,
See, yeah.
And then she tried to walk that back like, oh, I was obviously joking. I was like, you were not. Because you didn't say I'm just playing, or you didn't joke, you didn't laugh or say just kidding. You just went with it until finally someone called you out.
She just recently said, like a few months ago, she was like saying how Michael B. Jordan was trying to date her. She went on a date with Michael B. Jordan. And I was like, Drew.
Remember when she said LeBron James was listening to her music?
I did not know.
She said that, I think at one of the reunions, she said that like LeBron, like when he's like on the bench or whatever, and he has his earplugs in or warming up, he's listening to her. Like, she's like, I heard that LeBron is listening to my song. I was like, LeBron James is not listening to your music, Drew. I'm telling you that.
I'm not even quite sure he knows who Drew is, but that kind of chaos is funny to me. I guess like that, because the Michael Jordan thing I found funny, but yeah, Drew frustrates me. But I do want to go on record and say I despise Ralph. I don't want to make it seem like I'm a Ralph fan.
Ralph is garbage.
Paige DeSorbo was seen on the set of The Devil Wears Prada too.
I love this for her.
Do you like
this for her. I love Paige. Do you like Paige?
I like Paige. I like Paige. Her fashion isn't my type of fashion. I don't look at her as a fashion girly, but I know this is gonna sound.
I'm not a fashion gay, so I can't really judge the fashion part. I like her quips.
Oh, Paige is funny.
Yeah.
Because to be witty like that is a skill and you have to be smart.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna miss her on Summer House.
Yes.
I enjoy her wit. I enjoy she and Hannah together.
Yeah.
I don't enjoy the fashion side of it. And because she's branded herself as a fashion girly, I just never look at Paige and say, and I think she's done a fantastic job in branding herself with that. She would say, I am this from the moment she came on Summer House. And so I feel like she has manifested and created this empire in addition to everything else. Great. I like Paige. I want to be on record.
Yeah.
I just don't look at her as a fashion girly. To me, a fashion girly is a Gabby who has these fantastic pieces or
Mm-hmm.
creates moments, or to quote Laverne Cox, and I know that could be controversial to some people, right now for what she's dealing with. What story? Like I like she used to always say, "What story are you telling with this outfit?" When she'd
Mm-hmm.
host the red carpet.
Right.
I like people to tell a story. When I look at Paige, it looks like like what the model's wearing on the Revolve site or like the mannequin. It's trendy, but it's not fashion to me.
Okay.
Except when she's on like a red carpet for a big thing.
Like Vanity Fair or
Yeah,
Oscar.
she hits every time with that.
Yeah.
But the everyday day stuff, it's just not for me.
Right.
That's like my thing.
Okay.
But somebody's gonna take this and say Rachel's shitting on
I know.
Paige.
I'm excited to be here when this goes on to like
I-
page 6. Like
They're gonna
Rachel
say
Lindsay
I am, and I'm not.
thinks that Paige DeSorbo dresses terribly.
It's not. I don't dress like that. Look at me. I'm in an oversized shirt, boyfriend jeans, and like LaFleur's. But I don't dress like that. But I
Yeah.
like moments. That's not fashion to me.
Yeah. Yeah. I wish
That's
I were
all.
a fashion gay, and I'm just not. Like I try, but like I'm not. I just don't know. I don't know.
You make it up in other areas. As we were having a beautiful conversation, you're sports gay.
I'm a low key sports gay
We
who
love
likes to
it.
pretend to sort of do the fashion gay thing, but I have picked up sewing, and so I actually can sew
Oh.
now
Like on a machine
on a
or hand?
machine.
My mom sent me to
Yeah,
classes when I was little. I lost the skill, but
but I still don't have like an overall sense of fashion.
that's really cool. I wouldn't even say, I mean, I think I have an eye for certain things, but all that to say, while I did just kind of shit on her style, I'm excited that she's in the movie.
I love
I'm
it.
excited
No,
for this movie.
what I've been saying is
Everybody's
that
not gonna love it.
I've been watching Summer House since the beginning. Ronnie and I have been covering Summer House since the first season when it was like the bastard stepchild of Bravo. That no one liked it, and
Those
it
twins.
was people did not like it, and I
It was the
always have loved it.
twins.
I've always loved Summer House, and when Paige and Hannah came on, I was like, oh my god, these two are so good. They're so great, and I loved them on it. And they would at that time, I don't know if they still listen to Crappens, but at that time they would listen, and they seemed to be very appreciative that we were covering, and I don't know, and then watching them like become so big, I have this strange what do you call it when you parasocial? I have like this parasocial thing where I'm like, I feel like they're like my children,
Yeah.
and they have left the nest and done amazing things.
I get that. I particularly feel that about Hannah. I caught up watching it. And so the
Mhm.
season that I started on in real time was Hannah getting kicked off.
Yeah,
So I've always really liked Hannah. And I'm not saying she did everything right, but I didn't have this, or maybe it was the season after she got kicked off. So
yeah,
because I didn't have this strong reaction that people had in real time. So yeah, it was definitely after where I caught up.
yeah,
So I really like her, and the fact and the way that I learned that people were so anti her, and for her to build herself up to this, and then Paige to not get caught up in all of that and stay true to
she,
her as a friend, and
yeah,
for them to build this empire, which is what it is.
yeah,
I'll
it's
never
huge.
hate on that. I love to see that. And I can say both, guys, both can be true because I feel like you can't say anything. Paige has such like, and good for her, like fans where you
Yeah.
can't say anything against. I can say that I wouldn't wear what she wears, but also think that it's incredible what she's doing.
Oh yeah. No,
Yeah.
they're killing it. They're doing such a good job. And Hannah's another one like Janet where people hated Hannah. And at that time, that was like I think that season aired 2021, her
Mhm.
like last season. And people had pitchforks out. Like our Facebook groups and everything on Reddit, everyone was so anti-Hannah. Like you could not say anything. And like it was out of control. And I always liked Hannah. And I just was like, I don't see why people are so angry at her. Like she
I
had
don't
some
get
bad
it either.
moments. People didn't like, like she was, her story about Luke that season was didn't always line up, but I just didn't think it deserved, you know, this treatment. But I think that sometimes there are people on Bravo that come around that just remind people of people in their lives.
Oh, that's a good
They're
point.
actually almost too normal. Like someone like Jax is such a big villain, but he's almost like such a big bad villain that there's like an abstract quality to him. Of course, there are going to be people who have Jaxes in their lives,
Mhm.
and he will remind them of that. But I think something about like a Hannah or a Janet, we've all met
Yeah.
them
Yeah,
and gone
yeah.
to school with them and had them in our families.
Yeah.
So it's like it hits too close.
That's a good point. That's a good point. But I'm excited to see what she does on it. And I like that they are on Devil Wears Prada too. I like that they are bringing in maybe some pop culture references.
Yeah,
And I'm sure this was like a dream opportunity for her. So good for her.
yeah, I
Because
love it.
that's a movie. I would love to be in that movie. I mean, I shouldn't be, but it's a
Same.
movie that I can watch over and over again, and it's one of my feel good movies.
I just want to be like a courier who brings a coffee to someone on the set. Just like just plug me in. I'll just be there.
So cool. Okay, we do a little something. Always try to do a game or just
Okay.
a little segment that relates to some of the things that we were talking about, or maybe what's going on. So this one is a Bravo. This is before we head out. BravoCon hookup predictions. So, in honor of MJ, which I did not realize she did this, MJ recently said that Gigi hooked up with Shep and Captain Jason at BravoCon in the past.
Good for her.
Goes
Good for
down at
her.
BravoCon.
Yes.
We don't know if this is true. I do not believe that Gigi has confirmed this, but man, MJ, like, why are you putting your girl's business out there like
because
that?
that's the Shahs of Sunset. Like that's what they do. They put each other out on like
We
they
should bring that
they
back.
do that. Well, it's coming back.
I'm sorry. How do I not know this?
Not only is it coming back, it's coming back as the Valley : is it like Persian edition or like Shah's edition? The Shahs of Sunset is basically coming back as another version of the Valley. Like the Valley
Oh.
has now begat like Shahs of Sunset Valley.
Good. That might. I live in the valley. That might shoot up property value. I'm for it. Just don't bring Nima back. I'm
Oh
for
yeah,
it. Yeah,
not
don't
Nima,
bring
but I think Mike is not. I think it's like Reza, MJ, and Gigi.
not Mike. You said
No,
Micah.
no Mike.
Okay,
No, Mike is.
Oh.
I think Mike is. He's done. He's done. There, domestic violence.
Oh yeah.
There
He
were some
was troubled.
videos. Yeah.
Troubled. I forgot about all that. Jeez, I'm excited. I did not know that. That's gonna be
Yes.
fun.
So another
Well, then no
Valley.
wonder she's saying this.
Yeah.
We got a show that needs viewers.
Yep.
Remind them how you used to be.
Stoke
I
it.
like this.
Yes.
So in honor of that, we said, let's discuss some of our BravoCon dream hookups. Like, who would we love to see hook up? Okay. Jesse Solomon and who?
Sutton Strack.
No.
Yeah. I mean, how funny.
No.
Because you can see it happening. Don't
No,
act like
I
you can't.
cannot.
You can. Well, I can see them sharing a kiss or something, and then he's all coy about it on Watch What Happens Live, and then she's like, "Oh, what? No, I can't believe you bring this up." I think that'd be the most hilarious May-December romance.
It would be hilarious for sure. I see him going to Erica because that was rumored
Okay.
already, right?
Oh yeah.
I
Okay, that could.
see-
Yeah.
Yeah, they see each other again, get that old
Mhm.
thing back, maybe build on it.
Yeah.
I say Erica.
Yeah, that could work. There's no one single on OC. Well, yeah, there's no one single on OC. I was thinking like Travis and not. I don't know why I had a thought of Travis and Gina, but that would actually be not.
No. I was trying
not
to think
Travis,
of somebody.
I mean
No, I
Jesse.
get. I was trying to think of somebody maybe on Southern Charm, but
Yeah, that's like the right now the female cast on Southern Charm is not that like
yeah,
memorable.
no, I can't see it.
It's like Taylor.
I see Jesse Solomon having a bromance with somebody.
Uh-huh.
That's what I see. It's gonna be Jesse Solomon and some guy, and they're gonna be best friends.
Yeah, it'll probably be like some random guy from like a below deck.
Yeah.
It'll be like a deckhand.
Yeah.
And then Jesse will wear like the captain's
wish I
hat
knew
and he'll
those
think
people.
he's yeah.
I wish I knew. Alexia Napola and
Well, actually, speaking below deck, I think like Alexia and Captain Crerie or even Captain Jason, I can sort of see
I
that
like
being
Captain
a
Jason for
combo.
her. Is she officially done with Todd? I mean, after
I don't
Todd's 10-minute
know.
video, I felt like he was done with her.
Yeah, I know. I don't know if they're done. And Captain Crerie, I don't think is even single. I don't even know if Jason's single. But I feel like Alexia wants to. I feel like she wants a guy who would be able to like man a yacht, like someone who like
I could
can
see
like
that.
do something, like because you could always like I don't think that she'd be into someone like Mauricio, for instance.
I literally was gonna say Mauricio. that was my pick. because I was like, how close is she with Kyle? Because I could see
I
Mauricio.
mean, it could. Well, I don't know. I mean, she just had lunch at Kathy Hilton's place over the weekend. Did you see there were some photos of
No,
Alexia and Marisol, of course, with Garcelle and Kathy
I love
at the
this.
Hilton place.
Mauricio.
I mean, Alexia and Mauricio could be. I just feel like I don't know why I feel like Alexia. I see her with someone who's not as much of a man about the town as Mauricio
Okay.
is.
Okay. Well, I like the captain for her. I
Yeah.
mean, the only captain I know in Below Deck is Captain Jason.
Okay,
But
so I'll say Jason
okay.
then.
Okay. I'll say Mauricio. Brittany Cartwright.
Hmm. Brittany Cartwright, I think a great hookup for her would be Cody, the waiter from Orange County this past week.
Oh, that Tamara and Heather were like, what?
He was this like beefy waiter who like everyone's like, who is this guy? And still I feel like no one's been able to find him yet. I feel
I
like that would be like a hot hookup for he probably will not be at BravoCon though.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of who I could see Brittany.
Is there like what's the situation between like
It's gotta be somebody for
Joe?
fun.
Yeah, like what about Joe Bradley,
Well, I think he's still with the DJ. Yeah.
Maddie Reese?
Oh, I could see her with the black guy in Southern Hospitality. It's something for
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, she could do that. Or I'm just trying to think of other people in the. I don't know if I don't know if anyone from Summer House. It's not. I don't think that Brittany and Summer
No,
House
nobody
would
on
be.
Summer House.
Could you have like a really weird hookup with like Charlie from Next Gen New York City? Where
With who? Brittany?
yeah, in a weird way, like
Oh
some
God.
weird.
You think he'll be at BravoCon? Oh, I didn't even think about next gen
I
people
wonder
there.
if he will be. I think he's like too poor to not go because his whole thing is he
I
has
don't
no
think they get
money.
paid.
Oh, I don't know.
They
He
pay
seems
for
to.
everything else.
He's like hilarious because he's like one of those people who is like above all the reality star shit,
Mm-hmm.
not realizing that he's actively one. Like remember that whole? Did you watch Next Gen New York
Oh,
City?
yes,
And
I
you know how
did.
the entire time he was like so dismissive of anyone who was
Everybody.
like on Bravo.
That guy.
He's gonna crash. He's crashing and
I
burning.
hope he comes back for season 2.
Yeah, I
I
don't know.
do.
Brittany. I'm just trying to think of like who'd be a good hookup for Brittany and
Who's somebody's son? Maybe Alexia's son, Peter.
Peter.
Um,
What about Cairo? Sheree's son. Would he possibly be there?
I mean, I'd stand in line.
I know.
He's cute. We'll pick him for her.
Okay.
Kyra, I like that. Last but not least, Carl Radke.
Carl, this is a hard one.
If Gina wasn't with Travis, I would say Gina because they're both sober.
I would think that too.
That actually would, if she's not with Travis, I could see that.
I think she would like to take care of him. She's like, I feel bad for Carl, so
Great
like I'm
impression.
gonna stay in tonight because like it's like really important as like a wife and like a girlfriend to support your man. Like I think that's what she
Love
would say.
that. That would be it. No shade to Travis because I actually think they're cute together. But I could see that.
I could see
It's
that.
hard. I feel like there's not a lot of.
Can I,
You know what? We'll redo it when we get to BravoCon.
can I say something? Do I have time to
Yes.
say something? Something I
Yes.
saw just before coming here.
What?
There's an ad that I saw on Instagram like an hour ago. And it's like hot girls going to I think like Vegas for BravoCon, but it's like a cosmetics thing. And the hot girls are like Sierra from Summer House,
Mm-hmm.
Amanda, Ariana, Love Island, and Dorit and Gina. And I don't know why. They're all beautiful, obviously.
Yeah.
They're all beautiful and gorgeous. But for some reason, the idea of putting Gina in this group is so funny to me because they're
And not
all
Dorit?
well. Dorit it's a little odd that Dorit is there, but I feel like they're all fashion forward or like fashionable or sexy or they're just like known for like. And then you have like Gina in the mix, and it just seems like. And Gina's like they're doing like slow-mo walk. She's like, "Here I am, Gina Kirschneider," and I'm
Okay,
like,
now I get it. I thought we were because I was like, oh, they're like the newer. I don't mean to be an ageist, but yeah, like the first three were like more similar.
yeah. And
Situated in age.
Gina's like, she's actually younger.
Ariana and Gina might be the same.
Ariana and Gina are like the same age.
Yeah, Gina presents. She doesn't look it. She presents. There's a difference. She presents older.
And also like they're all from like Ariana and Dorit are from like Los Angeles-based franchises. The others are New York
How old is
City-based. Dorit's got to be like 47, 48.
Is she?
I don't know,
So
but
what
like,
you're telling me, this ad just picked who was available.
yeah, maybe like what Bravo wants to promote, but it just was funny to me because you have
3
these like, and then you have like Gina from Orange County, like was walking with them.
I
And I don't
gotta
know,
see
it
it.
just was, and like Gina looks great in it. It's no shade on that. It just was so funny because I just feel like Gina
You were
is
like, huh?
yeah, I just feel like Gina and Emily are these two housewives that are just somehow back every
Well,
season.
I never in a million years did I think we'd have, let alone both, or I just didn't think we would have both of them. Maybe one, but I didn't think both would still be here. And I would always call for it. I was like, oh, Emily
Why?
and Gina have got to go. They just didn't fit. And then I don't think it was last year, maybe it was the year before. It just clicked, and now I need them. I definitely Emily.
See,
Now I see Emily's personality.
mm,
I like
uh-uh.
I'm an Emily fan. I have completely turned.
Really?
I was not before. I was calling for them to be done.
Every season, I start the season saying, "Why are they back?" And then there's a point in the season where I say, "You know what? They contribute. They stir the pot. They have conversations.
Yeah.
They're good. They do it." Like I shouldn't say that. And then the season ends, and then they're always both assholes at the reunion. And then the season starts up again, and they always start a season the same way. Where I'm like, why do we have them?
I've turned.
Uh-uh.
I am for them. Okay, you brought up Housewives. That is it. We're about to go. Thank you so much for being here. Real quick, because I mentioned it earlier. I'm not going to download the whole thing, but I do want to know your opinion since we're ending on OC. Katie, are you with Katie, or are you against Katie?
I'm with Katie. I'm with Katie.
I don't even know if I can stay for
I
the
think she's
explanation.
messy. I think she clearly
Is she a liar?
Yeah.
Okay, and
But
you
like,
like that.
well, you know what it is? It's like they're all acting like they don't lie and they don't do all the same shit. I mean, Tamara is complaining that Katie is talking to bloggers. Tamara is the blogger. She has a podcast. She's like, it's like her podcast is right up. Is like it's
But
like
she's not
it's-
hiding it.
Yeah, but I think that but Tamara's initial beef with Katie is that Katie talked to a podcaster about this. I
Mhm.
think they're just like they're all kind of like full of it. I think Katie needs to get her shit together. She needs to just stand in it more and be like, "Yeah, I did say that," rather than, what? I never said that. What? That's crazy." And then
Exactly.
by the end of the episode, "Well, I did say it, but I only said it to one person." You're like, "Okay, Katie." So she's full of bullshit, but I still am on her side.
She's the Janet of OC.
Yeah.
Stop trying to be, because she's even admitted at the beginning of the season, I had heard a lot about Housewives, so I was trying to,
Yeah.
kind of get in front of what I thought things were going to be and do things that I thought were going to happen. And she got it all wrong. So I thought, okay, she's going to
Yeah.
come in, even though I've never been Team Katie, I'm like, she's going to come in different. Now we're learning all this stuff. I'm convinced that the whole Kiki Monique of it, who I like, is them just promoting Radio Andy.
Maybe. That'd be a very hilarious
It's a good.
way to do
She's
it.
so talented.
Kiki's great. We love
But
Kiki.
I'm like, I would never want them to be like, well, Rachel from Morally Corrupt.
I would love it if they were like Ben Mandelker from Watch What Crappens was saying that there was like something going on with you. I'm like, it'd be my dream to be wrapped
You
up in
need
all
to
this
get
bullshit.
in those DMs.
I'm just not messy
One
like
is
that.
open. Katie.
Katie.
You missed your mark.
I know,
Katie's waiting.
Maybe I'll try Gretchen. I don't know. I think Gretchen's doing a great job. I think Gretchen as a friend of has been wonderful.
Gretchen's doing great.
Yeah.
Gretchen's doing a good job.
Really proud of her.
But she did probably.
But now she's in the mess. She's in a mess.
I don't think she said the word roofie, but I think Katie listened to what she said,
Yeah.
and she was like, she pretty much said she was roofied.
Yeah, I think it's very clear that that's what happened. It just is like a very obvious game of telephone, and the fact that no one could recognize that is ridiculous
But
to
I
me.
totally think Gretchen and Slade spend a lot of their free time talking about their time on Housewives.
Absolutely.
That is their party trick.
Absolutely.
For sure.
But Gretchen came back. She had all her bullet points ready. She came in guns blazing. I think she's been really great.
Yeah, she's
And this has been
fixated on it.
her first big stumble was this past week.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm looking forward to seeing how it
Apparently
spirals.
most of them aren't friends with Katie anymore, if any. So
Someone just told me that Katie and Tamara are friends now.
isn't that how it always works with Tamara? Everybody turns against someone, and then Tamara becomes the friend and brings them in.
She's so good at being a terrible villain.
See, she leans into it.
She leans
That's
in.
the moral of Morally Corrupt today is lean in.
Yeah, lean in.
Great book.
Really stood up with the test of time.
That's it for us guys here on Morally Corrupt. Thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate it. And you have to come back again.
I would absolutely love to.
And I need to do your show.
Absolutely.
I need to.
Yeah, we'll have you on.
I'll get on there.
Yeah, we'll get you on.
Messy. Let's give me crap it up.
Yeah, let's do it.
Bye, guys.